Very soon now, I'm going to be hosting an event on Eventbrite on walking the heart's path. What's that all about? Well, basically, it's got to do with understanding the purpose and the passion, the two P's. P and P, that is not package and posting or postage and packing. Now, basically, it's a case of what is it that we do, that we need to be doing in order to find our purpose, know what it is, the reason we're here. And that kind of existential question is something that has been particularly causing some questions to arise in many people over the last 18 months or so. What's the purpose? Where's my passion gone? It's like a tire with a slow leak. Or maybe it just went thump altogether, collapsed on the floor of our intentions and our plans. When we say that we're going to be doing something and we're getting ourselves revved up about it, we talk about putting our back into it, getting really vamped up, getting really revved up, ready to go and rock and roll the whole thing. But you know, if we don't put our back into it, it's not going to happen. And if we don't put our heart into it, it's definitely not going to have any backbone at all. So think about that. We might not be here for a grand purpose. We might not be changing the genome. We might not be discovering new things. We might just be here for one small thing. But that small thing could be the catalyst that makes that discovery in the future. We are all here for a reason. We just have to figure out what it is. But sometimes in saying that, we stress ourselves out. How can I be here for a reason? I'm just me. I don't do anything. You do. You talk to people. You have influence. Even when you feel that you're the one being influenced, you still have influence. A throwaway comment can dive deep into someone's heart, into the backside of their brain, and sit there and grow quietly in the dark, waiting for its day in the sun. I've been privy to a couple of times knowing that my words have had a causal effect. Sometimes it's been good. Sometimes it's been slightly questionable. Because you see, I was venting. And when we vent with energy. We really put our hearts into it. And the thing that we do, the passion that we put in there, isn't always a positive passion. It can sometimes be a despairing, frustrating, irritated passion. And get this out of me before I just explode kind of passion. But then there's the collateral damage of that. Or the collateral good, depending on how it's taken by the people around you who are getting the outcome. They're getting the side effects of what you just did or said. Be aware of what you say. Words have power. And that's the interesting thing, because we don't really understand many times that we have power. Our words have power. It comes out on the breath, and how we actually get those words out will signify to someone whether or not we're angry, secretive, just timid, confident, aware and awake. And of course, as we do that, our body language changes as well. It's like, it's getting really small because I really don't want to say too much, and my words will be small too. Or voluminous, and saying that, yes, definitely, I'm here, I know what I'm saying, I understand. or I'm just so mad. I could spit feathers. I like that one. It makes me think of, how can you spit feathers without actually chewing on a chicken wing that's not been actually plucked or something like that? I often wonder where it came from. But I digress. And you see, this is it. It's one of those things that when I get passionate about things, I tend to explore different ways and wordage and stories. That's how my life is built. My life is built on story blocks, as are we all in a way. But your story is going to be different to mine. Everyone's story is different. There may be similarities, but the essence of us is difference. So please understand that the power of purpose and passion is exponential. And there's a big word for you. It's a big word with a big meaning and describes a big, huge thing. When we find what we're passionate about, when we find the purpose of that, and we look into it and we dive straight head forward, right in there, then we find that perhaps it might not quite be what we were expecting, or maybe we've grown out of it a little bit. Because life changes us. Being a catalyst is a two-way thing. The catalyst is interesting because it also changes direction when it bumps into something. When it changes something else, part of it is changed too. That's how energy works. For everything you give, there's something you get. Whether that's positive or negative, it depends on what you were giving in the first place. So come and join me on the 22nd. Details are on Eventbrite and on the Facebook pages of Journeys with Bear and Wolf. I hope to see you soon. Meantime, think about your purpose and your passion. What is it you want to put your heart into? Why? And how are you going to make that happen? And I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.